what I'm doing is I'm just doing like parent.next is equal to parent.next.next. And length is equal to -1, and that's it. I removed the parent.next. So because the parent.next would be like our element, and I kind of overlooped it, and in this next I actually kept the other next. Okay, so let's test this guy, and just like the one we have done it over here, let's write back dot remove should remove the element at a given index. Okay, first let's try testing it. LinkedList dot remove one. Let us see if it removes one. So first of all, let's try doing it with print statements. LinkedList dot print list, and similarly, once I remove one, I'll see if it works fine. Yeah, see, so it removed like India, US. Next one is like India, US, UK. So this remove has actually removed this one, which is good. Right. So now let's try doing it with something different. Like let us try linked list remove. So index 2. Good. It removed the second element. Right. So now let us see if removing the third element. Now again, like let's go back and write our return statements, or or asset statements. Now first, whenever you do it, assert linked list dot get to, it should be equal to, first it should be equal to US, right? And then you remove this element, linked list dot remove to, and once you remove it, copy, paste, and then write UK, right? Because I removed US element, so all tests passed. Nice. So we learned about getting an element and removing an element, adding an element, right? So we learned about getting length. Now, so only thing that you want to do is like how to write an iterator. Let us say somebody wants to loop the data, right? So since we use linked list, you need to make sure like you can't actually return an array, because as I said, array means it again creates a big length. So you want to provide an iterator in the sense whenever you click on next statement, you would be able to do it. You would be able to work on that iterator. Okay. So in order to give an iterator, so there is an interesting way of giving an iterator. So what you can do is, let's come here at private class called iterator. Okay. So the way it initializes with linked list. Right, so it will have only one method called a next, where current is equal to net. Okay, it will have only one method called next, and another element called as next. Okay, so in next method, what you will do is you just always you just need to return and make sure this variable is kind of yeah. So this is kind of interesting because whenever you wanna write an iterator, all you need to do is Yes, guys. So this is how I just created a linked list. I had written a private class called iterator. I made it private because I don't want to initialize iterator from any other place, right? Where my current node is kind of head, okay? And whenever somebody calls next, it actually gives the value of, wait, yeah, so it should actually gives the current value, and then current would actually turns back into, right? So like that, it keeps on moving. Now what you need to do is, whenever this iterator, whenever somebody wants an instance of the iterator, um, it actually creates this iterator object, and it initializes the current node to head, and whenever somebody calls next, it will keep on moving it uh, until you have to write while statement and you can actually run it. What we will do is, right, so let's try testing iterator. So where I'm testing it, where linked list, again, new linked list of string, right, this copy this content. Okay, so what you need is like where iterator is equal to list dot get iterator. Now while iterator dot has next, okay, has next, I didn't make it boolean, okay, boolean, while iterator has next, do println iterator dot next. Guys, always remember you need to make sure this current node, because no way we are specifying how we are implementing it. So that is why never ever expose any methods or anything where you are specifying about node or header or any stuff. That's the reason I made this class as private. And yeah, even this class initializer, I made it private because I don't want outsiders to construct it. Okay, and similarly these return statements. So now linked list and private, let us see what it prints. Yeah, so it is throwing error because you made it like private class. So it will not be able to let's make it public, or let's leave this iterator class. Yeah. Now let's rerun it. Okay, cool. So there is something wrong here. It iterated India, US, but it didn't iterate UK. My current is equal to, let us see why it is not doing it. So first I'm defining it, and now it becomes, oh, okay, well, current not equal to null. Yeah. India, US, UK. Right, guys, so while this is while it has an element, now make sure like like you are actually specifying this particular thing, and India, US, UK. So this is how you actually create an iterator. You are just writing this print statement. So that's all, guys. That is all you want to do on a linked list. So you just created a linked list, right? And you created a node which can hold the next, and then you henceforth and just keep going on. Okay. So that is all, guys. So that's all for today. Let's learn about double linked list like on some other class.